Have you ever played one of those sliding picture games? You know, everything's a big mess until you shuffle everything around just a little bit to make the picture. That's basically what the 20-day out video looks like for me today. I've got a bunch of little tasks that are going to hopefully add up to the bigger picture and the goal in the end there. So I'm just going to jump right into it. My wife's car, the 9.5 wagon, has a basically dead battery. Been having to jump started pretty much every day this last week. So swapping out the battery. It also needs a lot of other things. It needs the headlights to be polished. It's got body pieces missing. The paint is, like a lot of Saabs, absolutely destroyed. So gonna knock out one of those things, gonna get the battery done, and then schedule a time to have a mobile paint guy come and take a look at the car, see if we can't get it looking halfway decent for the show, and just try to make it somewhat presentable as a backup plan. Next on the agenda is a customer car. It's an RSX that I've had here for way longer than I need to have it here. So at the moment, it's up in the air. I just need to put his muffler back on that it came in with. It came in with no exhaust because it was trying to diagnose a bunch of problems where the turbo wasn't spooling. So it got a new engine harness. It just got a ton of new stuff. Intercooler piping, new intercooler, a bunch of that kind of stuff. And I'm looking to wrap this up in the next couple of days. Hopefully like Monday, that's going to be the day that I just get it done, get it fired up, because then that car can go away. In that spot that it's in, I actually want to set up basically a portable carport, so I have like a somewhat clean place that I can possibly do my wrap. And if I have to paint any of my body parts myself, I'm going to do it in there, just as a kind of a temporary pop-up situation, since it's kind of so last minute. So I need that car gone, so I have a space to work on some other stuff. So I'm gonna knock that out real quick, do the exhaust, get the car moved out of the way, and maybe, I don't know, clean it up a little bit, do a couple of last minute things to get it rolling at least. I've spent more time on this car fixing other people's just shoddy work than it took me to do all of the custom stuff that the car came in for. So I don't know what the takeaway is here. It's, don't take your car to the cheapest person that you can find, because it's just a waste of time and money in the future. So just wanted to share some frustration. I get people asking me all the time, why don't I broaden out? Why do I mess with Saabs? You know, why don't I work on more local vehicles? And this is exactly the reason why. This is the kind of cars that exist in this area that are considered clean cars. Well, as much as I'd love to fix the rest of that exhaust, especially that nuggety little weld that's inside there, I have to remind myself that this car only came in for intercooler and charge pipes to begin with. Got to draw the line somewhere and carry on. Like that.
thing is about off of the stands, and I can move on to something else. And the last thing to do is to secure the intercooler. Now it's secured pretty well from the top. It's going to carry all the weight. It's really strong, but I took a couple minutes and made some support brackets to keep it from pushing back and moving around. So I'll get those sort of mocked up, mark the holes, drill, use a nut cert, and then I can get this down on the ground, and that's it for this until later next week. The RSX is back on all four, back on the ground. And now the next little puzzle piece to move over is my sign space. Gotta move this into the house now. Okay, so that's gonna be a wrap on this being the day 20 video. It definitely seemed a little bit left field if you kind of don't get why I don't know, spent the day basically cleaning, organizing, moving things around, and it's just productivity. My mindset is that if I can be a little bit more functional over the long haul, it's worth wasting a day moving things around and getting more functional. So I still get a lot of traffic for merchandise, shirts, things like that from the website. So having it in the back of the shop here was just not very conducive to getting anything done. So now I can focus on getting those things out a little bit more effectively. The space that was back there is now going to be storage and stuff that's kind of cluttering inside here, so this space can be more productive. So again, giving up a day now, I'm hoping over the next 14 to 20 days it's going to pay off, in bigger, more productive time, gains in the future. Also getting that white car at least mobile, whatnot, that's got to leave on the 14th for the dyno. Also clearing that space in the back there gives me a real quick opportunity to make some parts for another customer that I got to get cleared off the agenda, and that of course has to be done before I can leave for Saab Owner Convention too. So all of the important orders that are waiting on for Saab Owners Convention has to be gone. All customer orders that have been here, customer vehicles, things like that are local clients, those need to be gone. Again, those are all priority things. So again, nothing really productive, a whole lot in the way of what was going on today for Saab parts, but more motor mount kits were painted and getting prepped to ship out. More were cut, more were welded. just didn't film that stuff because it's been, you know, almost 3 days in a row of that stuff. So should be wrapping that up pretty soon. One thing I'm kind of excited about is that the rear disc conversion for the 9.5 vented, you know, aero rotors, using a Subaru WRX STI rear caliper, 08 to 17, I think it is. I did some development on that today. So I did the CAD work. Should have done it on camera, but it was so quick it really wasn't worth filming. It was a pretty quick development. So probably gonna cut those the next time I have the plasma table going, and we'll play with that, maybe show some of that on the video as well. So that's gonna wrap it for 20 days out. Hopefully efforts made now are gonna pay off in the future. Good night.